Hey everybody, what's up? I'm Olivia Rox and welcome to my iHeartRadio Ask Anything Chat. Thank you so much to Romeo and Most Requested Live for having me on today to talk about my new Christmas single, Cold Toes. This is going to be a great interview, and thank you to all of the fans who submitted your question. I'm excited to dive in and see what everybody's asking. So, the first question is from Daniela from Denver, Colorado. I'm from Boulder originally, so that's exciting. In what order would you watch these Christmas shows? Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Frosty the Snowman, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, Charlie Brown Christmas, and The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. Okay, well, hands down, my favorite of that list is The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. Absolutely love that movie. Jim Carrey kills it. So talented. I don't know how he does those facial expressions. It's like the coolest thing ever. Probably Rudolph next. Frosty the Snowman. I don't seem to remember Santa Claus is Coming to Town, so we'll say that next. And then Charlie Brown Christmas, I've seen many, many times, but I'd probably watch that fifth. Yeah, exciting. Okay, now I gotta go watch some Christmas movies. Tamara from Malibu, California says, Olivia Rox, what do you want for Christmas this year? That's a good question. World peace. No. I would love, this is going to sound really random, but over the summer I was doing some filming in Europe and we went to Ireland. That part was just on vacation. And we had the most incredible time. And we did archery, which I never thought that I would be so into archery. It was such a blast. And if I do say so myself, I think I was pretty good at it. I got quite a few bullseyes my first time out. And my teacher was saying a lot of people don't even hit the board the first time. And I was like getting on the board. I was so excited. We did this whole game where we put balloons on the board and I was hitting the balloons and it was just exhilarating. So something with archery, maybe a set, like an archery set for the backyard or something, or classes out here. I don't know if they have it. That'd be fun. Okay, Pamela from Rockford, Illinois. The best Christmas you remember when you were a kid? That's a tough question. I've had a lot of amazing Christmases throughout the years, to be honest. My parents, just thank my parents because they are amazing, and they've always given me such magical Christmases throughout the years. So I'm very blessed to have that in my life. But I do remember this one Christmas where we had the most epic Christmas party. I had to be maybe 7 years old, and we had Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus at our house for the party, and everybody showed up. This is in Boulder, Colorado, and literally as if on command, it started snowing as soon as everybody was there. And, it was like we paid Santa off to work with the weather or something. It was crazy. And just the most magical party and such a fun time. And then I remember that Christmas, it snowed on Christmas. Christmas morning we woke up, everything was covered in white. And that's like, I don't know, there's something about that. When you wake up on Christmas morning and everything is white. And downstairs, of course, all the presents and Santa's footsteps. That was so cool. I was like a kid in the candy store that year. So that was a really magical Christmas. But in more recent times, I know this question is when I was a kid, last year was really amazing. We were in the studio recording this album, actually. And we all just kind of locked down in a studio for a week straight. And all we did was record music and eat really, really good food and drink wine. So that was pretty much like the entire Christmas experience. And at the end, we gave everybody presents, and it was really cool. Everybody was dressing up in random costumes, like Greg Bissonette, who's on this album playing drums. He's incredible. He showed up to the studio one day dressed in a gorilla costume. We don't know why. Just randomly in a gorilla costume. And another day he came as like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. And then my dad came as the Grinch. And I went in a onesie one time. There's definitely some blackmail footage of me of that. But it was just so much fun. So I've had really great Christmases, and it's about being together and just having a great time and enjoying life. So had a good, good run. Leah from Birmingham, Alabama. I think Leah. Hopefully I'm saying that right. What are your plans musically for 2023? Wow. There's a lot coming. I'm very excited about 2023. Some of the things to be expected that I've sort of been hinting at, but I will officially announce it for you guys, iHeart Radio, is I have a new album coming out, and it's called Love Struck. I am so excited about this album. It's been in the works for quite a while now, and just the fact that it's coming out next year, it makes me so happy because it's such an evolution of me as an artist, I think. But it's also, it just has my heart. It's about love, this album. It's about kind of my first time falling in love, and the ebbs and flows and the heartbreak and misery you can have even while you're in love, and the tension, and then just the amazing feeling you get when you are in love. So I'm very excited about this album, and it's coming out 2023. So definitely stay tuned for that. I cannot wait to release it, and I hope that you guys love it as much as I do, because I'm very proud of it. Perry from Kenosha, Wisconsin. Hey Olivia, what are you doing for Christmas this year? Oh, well, I am flying to Switzerland to go to the Swiss Alps. I'm meeting up with the Hemsworth brothers, and we're gonna go skiing there. No, I'm just kidding. I am actually just having a very quiet Christmas at home, and we're gonna have a blast. I'm really excited. My grandma's coming in town, my uncle, and we're just gonna basically drink hot cocoa and sit by the fire and enjoy ourselves. We're gonna have just a holly jolly time. But it's really nice. I'm very excited actually, because I haven't had a Christmas at home like this, a really cozy Christmas in quite a while with everybody together, so I'm very stoked. Okay, Sonia from Burlington, Ontario. My dad's from Toronto, so shout out to Canadians. What kind of teenager were you? I was a very unconventional teenager, to be honest, because I had a very unconventional time. When I was 14, I was on a big TV show, and then I was 15, and I got signed to Warner Brothers Records, and then 16, I was on American Idol, and 19, I was recording my first album and doing all of this filming leading up to that. So it was very, very strange. And I graduated high school when I was 15. So I sort of had this completely different experience than everybody else. I was very driven, still am, like obsessed with my music and work and filming and creating. That's always me. I'm always such a workaholic. I just love what I do. I was never really boy crazy like a lot of teens my age were. It wasn't really about that. It was about the passion and working for what I believed in and giving back and doing things and learning. Learning is a huge thing for me. I absolutely love it. So even sometimes like friends of mine would be so done with school. They're like, oh, I can't even believe I have to do another year of school. And I'm like, okay, what are we learning next? Even though I've already graduated. So very driven, very, very just hyper-focused. Probably quite a handful for my parents, I bet, because I always had something going on. But just, yeah, I love life. I love what I do. So I think that's kind of who I was as a teenager and sort of who I still am now. So it's, even though I've grown up quite a bit, I'm now 23, so not too far off from being a teenager, but yeah, that's about who I was. Not really a rebellious teen. I never really went through that phase. The most rebellious that I was, I think, was just in the fact that I was doing something different than everybody else. And if someone told me, no, you shouldn't write this music or something, or anytime I'd be in a meeting and someone would tell me no, I was like, I'm gonna prove them wrong. I'm gonna do it even better. That was about as rebellious as I was. All right, Levi, that's a pretty name. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's pretty either way. From the Philippines. What genre of music are you into these days? I have a varied musical taste, very eclectic, but currently I've been listening to a ton of classic rock. Why, you ask? I have a music festival that I started this year. My first festival was in October. It is called Rox Fest. And it's a classic rock festival, this particular one, but we're moving into more current day rock, and it's basically music that rocks. So I've been listening to a lot of classic rock for that particular festival. We had like REO Speedwagon was on that, Foreigner, Rick Springfield, Foghat, Jefferson Starship. Really an amazing lineup. So I was really diving into all of their music and immersing myself, and now I'm immersing into the next lineup, which is going to be announced soon, and really doing a ton of research for that and making sure the festival is curated and amazing, and just super, super excited about that. So that's really what I've been listening to a lot, just really getting inside of that. And you know, my parents, they have incredible musical taste, and so I've grown up listening to great music, and all of these artists that I just mentioned. But now that I'm, you know, curating my own festival, I'm really diving into that genre, and I have a whole new level of appreciation for it. So it's really cool. I'm really digging it. And then I'm also recording my own music, so I basically go from that to making my own music and just hearing that over and over again all day. Yeah, so that's what I'm listening to these days. It always varies, honestly. Rhonda from Indianapolis, Indiana. Toppings you put on pizza. Okay, I love pizza. I feel like if you don't love pizza, what is wrong with you? But it is so good. There's this one that you can like add your own toppings. So I make this pizza from Fresh Brothers, which is so good. If you've not tried Fresh Brothers pizza, I highly recommend it. Really, really good. I get the deep dish, and I put so many things on this pizza that it's really quite a splurge, because it's a very expensive pizza at the end of the day, because I get so many things on it. So this is like a once in a blue moon type of situation. But I will put multiple types of olives, so like green and black. You literally cannot put enough cheese on a pizza for me. Like, it could be this thick with cheese and it's still not enough. So like every type of cheese that they have. And then I'll put Impossible meat, because that's really good. And I'm a pescatarian, so that's like my meat fill, basically. Even though it's not real meat. And then I know there's a lot of controversy around the next item that I'm going to list, but it's just so good. And when you have it hot and steamy, there's nothing like pineapple on a pizza. I mean, it's just so good, and you cannot convince me otherwise. It makes the pizza. I feel like I put other things on this pizza too, but it's just a whole smorgasbord of ingredients. If it looks good, it's going on that pizza. Oh, ricotta cheese for sure, and spinach. Okay. That's a very loaded pizza. But that's what's so good about it. Dawn from Wichita, Kansas. Who has nicer hair, you or members of your family? Okay, honestly, my mom has amazing hair, and I'm so jealous of her hair. She'll just walk out and it's like cascading down her shoulders and blonde and luscious, and then I wake up and my hair is like tangled in a rat's nest on the side. So she definitely has better hair than me. I also am always just doing something to this hair, like just coloring it or cutting it. My mom just cut it for me today. But I feel bad for my hair sometimes, because it goes through a lot of styling, a lot of heat. I'm always doing a shoot or something, and it just, my poor hair. But my mom, for sure, she has nicer hair than me. Brendan from Providence, Rhode Island. In contrast with the title, what's your ideal way of staying toasty? I see what you did there. Cold toes, toasty. Toasty warm during the winter. Fireplace, hot chocolate, blankets, or all three? All three? I mean, you need the trio of that. You can also substitute hot chocolate for chai tea, which I forgot that I have back here. Very good. And totally add some cozy socks to that list, and you're all set. I mean, you have the perfect just mixture of warmth for the holidays. Yeah. But on another note, I just remember, I love being warm, but I also remember being as a kid, going out into the snow barefoot, which was much to my parents' dismay. And it just felt so good. So literally I would like make myself have cold toes. But yeah. Okay, next question. Sophie from Miami, Florida says, what was it like to sing in public for the first time? Sophie, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't remember the first time that I sang in public. I was so little. I was 2.5. And I went on stage at my dad's concert. My dad is an incredible jazz artist, the legendary saxophonist Warren Hill. So I was on tour with them. Thank you to my parents for always taking me on the road and letting me see the world, and be homeschooled. That was amazing. But I was literally 2.5, and I begged my parents to let me sing on stage that fateful night. Things could have gone so south. I could have hated music from that point on. But I guess it went really well because here I am now as an artist. And apparently I was quite a ham. I got a standing ovation on stage. It was probably because I was 2.5 and like a little cute kid singing a Disney song. And they're like, oh, you're so cute. But I was so hooked from that one moment. And since then, I think it was maybe 12 or so years that I sang on stage with my dad, all around the world. That we literally toured so many countries I can't even keep track. And it was probably when I was 13 or 14 that I did my first TV appearance. So that was kind of like the first time singing in public for me, I guess, because that was just a different experience. I loved it. It was really fun. But just the lights, the audience. But it was also like home because that's how I grew up. I grew up performing around the world and having these audiences just everywhere I went, which was super cool and super unique for a kid to experience that. Have like this built-in audience everywhere I went, right? Like, hey, I'm an artist. Here we go. I'm like 7 years old. I guess I could do this. But it's come a long way since then, so it's pretty cool to think back on that. Carol from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Do you remember the first thing you ever asked Santa for? I don't know if I remember specifically what I asked Santa for the first time. I mean, I was probably really little, so I would assume that it was something like a My Little Pony or Littlest Pet Shop or maybe a Lego set. I do remember the first poignant gift that I asked Santa for that I got, and I was so excited that I got. I asked Santa for a guitar, my first guitar, and I had to be maybe 6, maybe 7. That's why it's definitely not the first gift that I asked Santa for, but it was like the most incredible moment. I walked down those stairs. I saw that box sitting there. I just knew exactly what it was. And I got this little heart-shaped guitar. It's so cute. I still have it. And it made me so excited to play music because it's like, oh my gosh, here's something that I really wanted and now it's in my hands, and there's nothing like giving a kid an instrument. It's amazing. I feel bad for parents who give their kids drum sets though, because that's a very loud instrument. At least the guitar is not too loud when you're learning an instrument for the first time. But just that was the best just gift that I feel like I've gotten, because that was super fun and just okay. Vincent from Warm Springs, Georgia. Is there any exciting news you are willing to share with the fans? Well, Vincent, there's a lot coming up, I have to say, but one exciting thing that I could share with you is that I wrote a novel that's coming out in 2023, and it's a sci-fi trilogy. Book 1 is going to be coming out. I never thought I was going to write a book that was going to be published, not even, just like an autobiography or something. This is like a sci-fi book, and I'm so excited to share it with the world. It's fun, and I love reading it, and I enjoy it so much. So I can't wait for you guys to read it. I hope you love it as much as I do. Denise from Tampa, Florida. What Christmas songs do you enjoy listening to? All of them. All of the ones on my new album, An Olivia Rox Christmas, which is, ta-da! No, but really, I love, I love the kitschy ones. I mean, you can't go wrong with a good Frosty the Snowman, Rudolph, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, but then all the Christmas carols too. I love those kind of songs. Of course, one must listen to Mariah's song about 5 times per hour. No, but that's a good one. Okay, so Abby from Buffalo, New York. In your high school yearbook, you were most likely to... Well, here's the thing, Abby. I did not technically go to high school because I was homeschooled. So, theoretically, if I went to high school and I was featured in the yearbook, I would be most likely to run for president. No, I say that because I went to school for 1 month in 2nd grade or something, and I had to get a report card because I was homeschooled, so technically I guess I didn't show up in the school system. I wasn't a person, so I had to go to school, get a report card, and in that 1 month, I was elected class president, and of course I came home and I told my parents, I'm like, I'm the president of the school! So that's what I say, I probably run for president. Okay. Duncan from Victoria Falls, Texas. Nicest hotel you've stayed in? I have stayed in so many hotels at this point, it's hard to keep track. But there was one recently that I stayed in that was really amazing. It was in Rome, the Hotel Hassler, and it was just a whole experience. When we checked in, the room was amazing, the room service was great, there was this incredible breakfast outside that just, the weather was perfect, and just, it was so nice. Everyone was nice too, the staff and everything was very accommodating. But I met the owner and his son, and he told me of these stories of how Audrey Hepburn was there when she filmed Roman Holiday, and that was very serendipitous because we were actually in Rome filming, and so it was just a great experience. He told me how she came to love the hotel so much she would come back year after year, and just, it was really cool. They ended up opening up the winter lodge for me so I could go practice on the piano there. That was so kind of them, and just what a great experience, and great piano. So just really, really a great hotel, and just sometimes it's not even just about the hotel, it's about the whole experience around it, and how when you're in a foreign country, you know, I speak a little bit of Italian, but not enough. I want to learn more. And they were just very kind, and I think that that's a really important thing for a hotel, to have that kind of customer service. So that was a really great hotel. If you get a chance, Hotel Hassler, Rome. Carla from Norfolk, Virginia. When you're at home, do you have a toolbox just in case you need to fix something? If so, what's your go-to tool? Well, I live at home, still, and my parents, they do have a lot of tools. They actually have like 2 or 3 toolboxes because you never know what's going to go wrong, and at this point they've accumulated all of these different tools. So if I need to fix something, my go-to tool is a corkscrew, because that fixes everything. No, I'm just kidding. No, but maybe a screwdriver, because you can always find something to do with a screwdriver or a corkscrew. Alana from Covington, Kentucky. What is your real hair color? You know, my hair actually grows out pink, so I have to tone it down sometimes because, you know, it just comes out hot pink, and I mean, not everybody wants that, so. No, my hair color is very similar to this, what you see. It's a little bit darker. It's like a dirty blonde. If you can see under here, this is my natural down here. So it's kind of like a dirty blonde-ish. Kelly from Hartford, Connecticut. Which one of the following would you pick if you got a free lifetime supply? Skittles, Pop-Tarts, nail clippers. I'm sorry. I just want to imagine having a lifetime supply of nail clippers. That would be really funny. Okay, motor oil or socks. Okay. Well, here's the thing. I have a classic car, which does take motor oil. So I want to say that, but also socks, totally, because cold toes. So I'm choosing socks. Okay. Tana from Westport, Connecticut. The tour bus pulls up to 7-Eleven. What 5 things are you buying when you go inside? Oh, so what was the last question? So I'm buying Skittles, Pop-Tarts, nail clippers, motor oil, and socks. No. Really? Anytime I'm on tour and we stop off to get stuff, I pretty much have a list at this point. I'm looking for chips. I love chips. I'm looking for sunflower seeds. They're so good. Absolutely love sunflower seeds. Waters. I always seem to get waters. If they have one of those ice cream soft serves, that's like a go-to. Absolutely. But mostly it's food-related items. If they have any cool snacks, although if they do have like little kitschy items, I'm kind of a sucker for that kind of stuff. So you'll probably see me buy like the little keychain that says Arkansas or something. Like, it's bad. But yeah, that's what I'd buy. Beth from Wheeling, West Virginia. If you send out a text to your friend, who responds first? Oh, this is going to get me in trouble with my friends. So I'm going to say all of them. They all respond right at once. Lexi from Trenton, New Jersey. Does your family celebrate Christmas on the 25th, or do you do whatever day everyone can get home on? Honestly, we have to celebrate on the 25th. We come, like, no matter what, we're making it home for the holidays. It's so important to us. That's like, it's a family holiday. So we're going to celebrate. If my parents and I are together, that's a prerequisite. So I guess if everyone was like off on their own right before that, which I don't foresee happening, because Christmas for us is like the week of Christmas. It's an experience. I would not imagine that we would be away. So we definitely celebrate on the 25th. Michelle from NYC. What makes a great holiday song? Well, it has to be written by Olivia Rox and produced by Timber Van Cleef and Warren Hill. No, I'm just kidding. I think a great holiday song is one that you just really want to hear over and over and over again, because all of these holiday songs, you're hearing them year after year, and they have to just live in your head rent-free. So that's definitely a prerequisite. But just really decent songs that you enjoy singing are important. And Jagger, what do you think? Jagger, are you taking the garland? My cat is stealing the garland from behind me. Yep, there you go. This is what it's like having cats with Christmas decorations. But no, Christmas songs, I mean, sometimes you'll hear a song that comes out like in the middle of the year, for instance, and you really wouldn't want to hear it year after year. So I think that's the most important prerequisite, if you heard a song and you would actually want to hear it again year after year. Elsa from Melbourne, Florida. What is one thing you would like to try in 2023? That's a good question. Okay, this is going to be really random, but I think fencing would be really fun. I've always wanted to try it, and I don't know, just like, that would be a really cool sport to try. Never tried it before. Okay, so Jordan from Fort Worth, Texas says, how much time does it take to get your hair ready for appearances? People are very concerned with my hair today. My hair doesn't take that long, which is, thank God. But I'm always laughing because my makeup artist, I never give her enough time. And she's always razzing me for it, because I'll be like, all right, we got 20 minutes right now. We have to do the whole look, the hair, the makeup. Let's do it. Because I'm always so busy. But it's like maybe 45 minutes for the hair makeup look. So the hair doesn't take that long. It's maybe 20 minutes or so. But my hair is naturally curly. And so that's always the first obstacle. Are we going with the natural curl? re-detangling it because it just kind of does its own thing. So that's kind of it. But I try not to take too long with it. But it's always pretty funny how little time I give to them. I feel so bad too. It's not that I don't want to sit there. It's just that so much other stuff is going on. But it's pretty fun. But I think that if it takes more than an hour, then maybe it's something's not being done efficiently. But I always laugh when I hear other artists and they're like, yeah, I mean, I do like 4 hours in hair and makeup. How do you sit there for 4 hours? There's no way. I can't do it. An hour max. That's it. Karen from West Palm Beach, Florida. What boy band songs could you sing best? She loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that's the first boy band, right? Okay, wait. I have a guitar here. We're gonna try to remember. It's been a while since I've sang this song. Baby, you light up my world like nobody else. The way that you flip your hair gets me overwhelmed. And when you smile at the ground, it ain't hard to tell. You don't go, you don't know you're beautiful. That's what makes you beautiful. There's your answer. There's your answer in a song. Okay. Jana from Augusta, Georgia. Fill in the blank. I'm Olivia Rox, and I... blank. I'm Olivia Rox, and I approve this interview. Gina from Port Huron, Michigan. If you were at an awards show, what would you wear? I would wear anything the designer decides to send me for free to wear. No, I'm just kidding. I would... Honestly, I love fashion, and I'm so into clothes, and I love making a statement and doing something gorgeous. You know, if you're gonna dress up like that, that is the time for an award show. So epic dresses, I absolutely love just going for it. I'm already really tall, so luckily I don't have to wear super tall heels, even though I do sometimes. But it's just for fun at that point, luckily, not for height. But I just love dressing up and getting all dolled up for an award show. It's really fun. But also comfort is big, because the thing that people sometimes forget is, yes, you do walk the red carpet. That's like 30 minutes to an hour. But then you are sitting for like 4 hours or performing or doing something else in and amongst the award show. And then there's also the after, and you normally change for like an after party. But you have to be comfortable for that night because you're going to be in that outfit a long time. So it's also important to keep that in mind while you're also keeping in the high fashion and the glam. But have fun, you know, enjoy yourself. Okay, so we are at the end of the questions, and thank you so much, everyone, for watching my iHeartRadio Ask Anything chat. Thank you to Romeo and Most Requested Live for having me on the show to talk about my new single, Cold Toes, and my new album, An Olivia Rox Christmas. I really appreciate all of you guys, and love you, all the fans, for submitting your questions. This was really fun, and I can't wait to speak to you all again for my new album, Love Struck, coming out in 2023. So I will see you guys soon. Merry Christmas! Happy holidays! Hope you have a wonderful new year, and I can't wait to see you guys in 2023. Mwah! Love you guys. Bye. Peace.